Now, Russia has carried out overnight strikes on Ukraine's capital region, killing at least 2 people. One person was killed in Kyiv as air raid sirens sounded right across the country. A man in his 70s was killed in the neighbouring city of Fastiv. Moscow has ramped up pressure on Ukraine as Kyiv and its allies push to try and finalise a US-brokered plan to try and end the war. Let's cross to Audrey McAlpine, who's live for us in Ukraine's capital of Kyiv. And Audrey, so Ukraine is now in their 5th year, aren't they, of war, and with strikes continuing. How is the mood?
That's right, Nick. We're here at the site of the latest Russian attack on Kyiv and the surrounding region. You can see just before 3 a.m. a drone struck into the side of this building here into the 2nd floor. This is a medical facility that houses an inpatient clinic. Inside of it, the body of a 30-or-so-year-old man was found. All of the patients have been evacuated from this building. Over 100 drones were launched into the country last night, and another man is dead in the Kyiv region. Many are wondering if this was the retaliatory attack that was promised by Russia after what they alleged was an attempt on the attack from the Ukrainian side on the residence of Vladimir Putin last week, but many still bracing for that possibility. Of course, this being a rather small attack in comparison to many Russian attacks on the region, many are still worried that that could be coming. But again, the thought here by Ukrainians is we've seen these threats of Russian escalation, but they have yet to see what more Russia could do than it has already done on Ukraine.
Indeed. With these threats in the background, there are various sets of talks underway right now as we get the New Year negotiations rolling. What are they all aiming for?
That's right. There's ongoing peace talks taking place over the weekend here in Kyiv between the Ukrainian side and leaders from the National Security Advisor level of the Coalition of the Willing, as well as advisors from the EU Council, EU Commission, and NATO. Those talks continue today at the level of General Chiefs of Staff and will continue even tomorrow in France at the leaders level. They're discussing, of course, the ongoing peace negotiations, several documents, including the recovery of Ukraine, the economic recovery, as well as the big issue of security guarantees and what role European allies might play in those. Once a deal is reached there, then they will make a plan for how to meet with U.S. representatives in the future. And we heard comments from U.S. President Donald Trump even this weekend expressing his dissatisfaction with the Russian side. So it'll be interesting to see, again, what Russia's role is, how those peace talks will continue against the backdrop of, again, ongoing Russian attacks here in Ukraine.
Yeah, so many moving parts. Audrey, thanks for that. Audrey McAlpine there, live for us from Kyiv.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.